This is Action Figure Therapy. Thanks for coming. So I think there are moments in a person's life that can really click something on, or perhaps push them, however subtle, towards a path. Of course, as we grow older, if we are paying attention, we start to have more and more of these puzzle pieces fall into place. I understand that goal is to always be changing, learning, and growing, or in some cases, the goal is to be living, laughing, and loving. But I also believe that we are who we are, and some things never change. This is my dad. He's a biker dude, loving grandfather and fixer of all things that are broken. I've never met a harder working man in my life. And he's creative. It's something you may not initially realize, but if you stop and pay attention, you'll see it. At one point in my dad's life, he took photos. A lot of them. Mostly of places he would go, of the people he knew, his family and friends. He also took this photo here. One of my most favorite possessions. I watched him take it, and I believe it was a moment that nudged me. I was 7 years old. I vividly remember the process. On the floor in my grandmother's living room, a print of some nondescript forest, an old scratchy green and white blanket, an overly hot photography light, and this guy. I don't quite remember if he belonged to me or my dad. Honestly, it could have been either of ours. My toy obsession definitely came from somewhere, and my mom's not the one to this very day that is stuffing Christmas stockings with Hot Wheels and Army parachute dudes and fart machines. My dad is also a pack rat. This is the original photo that served as the backdrop. This is not the original troll. He was sadly lost to time. So, a quick eBay search, a few days wait, and now here we are. In a time way before Photoshop, Dad constructed one of the coolest shots I'd ever seen. I was so fascinated with the process. I remember him telling me not to touch anything. The setup was perfect, and little hands could, of course, be detrimental. A troll exiting a thick wooden patch into the morning light, fierce and clearly looking for a fight. In my 7-year-old brain, the coolest photo ever taken, and a true work of art. In my 40s, a path that's recognized. A piece of my dad's story that now is a piece of mine. A moment that nudged me. I've had this picture hung in my office forever. Recently, I've rediscovered a harmless obsession with action figures, and they sort of become my therapy in this weird-ass upside-down world. I've been wanting to recreate this photo for some time. Now that I'm dipping my toe into this world and of course seeing it through a different lens, I'm inspired to create more and more art like my dad did. And maybe, just maybe, my story will be just a small piece of my kid's story. There's so many talented people that do this for so many different reasons. Whatever they may be, whatever the motivation, I hope you all keep shooting pictures and thinking creatively. I'm truly inspired. Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you came. And I hope to see you next time.